your axle. Okay, so I would recommend, if you're doing axles, might as well do the seal. They're cheap. You can pick them up for like $4 or $5 each. And once you have the axle out, they're really easy to do. You can do them with a screwdriver and pliers, or I do them a lot, so I just bought one of these little axle pullers. Basically, you just get it up in here, and give it a yank. And be careful not to damage the race. Just pull the seal itself. Like that. And more fluid should come out. Like that. And this is the passenger side. Driver side is the same way. However, if you look up in here, this has a ball bearing on this side. And go to the passenger side. This is a fault on these trucks, and one that I'm fixing while I'm doing this job. But you can see on this side, all it is a needle bearing. And that needle bearing fails and it creates slop in your axle, which some people get a driveline vibration or a hum. I haven't gotten that yet, although it's it was quite loose, the old one. So you can buy this kit. The guys over at East Coast Gear Supply found a fix for that needle bearing, and it's this. I think it's aluminum bronze coated with something in here. But basically, it's just a wear-resistant bronze that is good as a bearing material, and apparently they last a lot longer than needle bearings, and it gets rid of all that slop that you get. So I'll show you how to install that in the video that I have linked here. It requires some special tooling, but we'll get that done too. Okay, to install the new axle seal, I want to kind of wipe the race out with the rag and just kind of clean up all the mounting surfaces here. Be a good time to check. Just kind of run your finger around this race, if you can get in there, and just make sure there aren't any gouges, because if there's any gouges, it's probably going to leak. Here's your new oil seal. Goes in that direction. And kind of start it by hand if you can. Just nice and get it flush in there if you can. Let's see. And I got this thing right here. It's just a piece of material that kind of fits over there like that. And now I'm gonna have to move the camera. It goes over like this, over the seal, and then a plate to pound on. I'm going to try and get it square on the first hit. You want it flush with, there's a little larger bore here. You want it flush with the flange where it becomes a smaller bore. I ended up using this thing, actually worked pretty well. It's just an oil filter wrench. But you want to make sure when you pick out your device here that it gets as close to the outside of this as possible. Because if it's too close to the inside, it actually won't go in. It'll just start spreading the outer diameter. So this is still not perfectly ideal, but it worked. You can kind of, as you tap it around, you can follow it on the outside there. Next up, we're going to put the axle in. This is my new axle. Ideally this is a two-person job. I'm gonna see if I can do it with one. But basically the hard part is you gotta get this thing in, and you have to get it past this little C-clip here. And to do that, you have to have the axle pretty much straight as you can get it, and pound on it from the output shaft. So we're gonna see if we can do that. Good solid pop. Okay.
I deserve pretzels for this.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, it ended up being a two-person variety job here. But if you're a big guy, you might be able to do it by yourself. I'm just not a big guy. I'm gonna finish torquing stuff down now. The axle nut first. It's bottomed out. Get your torque wrench for this truck. It's 180 foot-pounds, 175 I think. And 76. Go. And then obviously your retainer clip, and then cotter pin. You can get your dust cap, throw it off. It's going pretty easily. Just a few whacks. Like so. Everything still spins.